Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name's Nicole. You can find me on Instagram at Nicole Makes Plans. Today I wanted to do a video about New Year's resolutions, goals, intentions, mindfulness, sort of. I posted on my Instagram story asking for suggestions of videos you wanted to see me post, and there was two kind of just about New Year's resolutions and all of that. And I'm looking at this. There's another definition I meant to write down, but that's okay. So I wanted to kind of look at the definitions of these words and why I feel a certain way about resolution and goal versus intention and being mindful. So to begin, the definition for resolution that I found is a firm decision to do or not do something. And I think my feeling about this is just a negative connotation, and I would feel extra bad about not meeting a resolution, which maybe that's the point for some people, but it's just not really something that works for me. And also a firm decision also to me means you can't change if something comes up, which maybe that's not really true, but it's kind of just my vibe about the situation. So that's resolution. Goal, similarly in the vein of resolution, the object of a person's ambition or effort, an aim or desired result, which is fine, but again, it's not my favorite word in the world. Maybe it's just because at work it's oh, we have all these goals and strategic plans, and I think there's a different way to get at the same thing in a better way, and that's kind of what I'll get to. The next one is intention, a thing intended, an aim or plan. And I like that plan is in this definition, because I think it implies you need to take steps to get there. And intention is I don't know, something I want to happen, and if it doesn't, it's okay. And then mindfulness is the last definition that I had, but there's another word I want to bring up as well. So mindfulness, the quality or state of being conscious or aware of something. So I like this because it's you're taking into consideration other things beyond just the thing you want or whatever. And I wish I would have written down the definition of habit before this, because to me, to get at an intention, or if you want to use the word goal or resolution, you need to put habits in place to make those happen. And for me, mostly it's just I want to build better habits, and that's the mindset, I guess, that works for me. So with all of that, here are some things that I kind of want to do for 2023. And I'm actually going to write it in my Hobonichi Weeks Mega in the favorites area. I'm not going to use this for whatever they wanted this to be used for, so I'm just going to put them here. And I don't know, give myself grace to change it if I need to later, or kind of build upon it or something. So my first one is about cooking more and eating healthier snacks. And I kind of want to frame this in a mindset of doing things more, rather than there's always the dichotomy of more and less. I want to do more of this and less of that. I'm just going to focus on what I want to do more of. So I'm going to put that here. So I'm just going to say cook more. I'm going to cross this out and put intentions. So I want to cook more meals, which I've definitely been doing a good job at lately. I'm cooking way more than I ever used to previously. 2022 was a good year of figuring out recipes that I feel comfortable with making, trying some new ones here or there that make sense to with what I like to eat and how I like to cook. So that has been good. And I kind of wanted to include how I want to work my planner in to these intentions, habits, whatnot. I'm actually going to put habits here, because that's kind of like what I'm getting at. And I forgot my meal planner, but I've been tracking like the meals we eat just so I have like a running record of like something to refer back to of like when inevitably we're like not sure what to make for lunch meal prep or we don't know what to make for dinner. We can just refer to this of like what we've had lately and not so lately to give us ideas. So one way I kind of do it in my planner is I don't do it all the time, but I want to do this more often of like for my weekly plan, I would kind of put in the corner like what I plan to make for dinner that week or something, or like what I plan to cook, just so it's like front of mind, like I've already figured that out for the week. And there's another example when I did it there. I also did it in this planner as well. Kind of just putting like, oh, I plan to make chili and tortellini soup this week. And like I always have like meal prep and meal planning groceries like in my weekly to-dos anyway. So it's a habit that I've basically already established, but I just want to make sure like I keep doing that because I think it's a good thing to do. And my next one is about the healthier snacks, which I'm going to put in a separate one just because it's something I definitely struggle with. So it's just going to be like plan healthy snacks, which it's easy to just like buy a bag of chips or buy a bag of crackers. I'm very much like a bready kind of person. So these are things I like gravitate to, but I could probably make better choices. Like today, thinking ahead about this, I was like, I'm going to buy some fruit and I'm going to eat that fruit today. Because like oftentimes if I do get fruit, like I just wait and by the time I do want to eat it, it has already gone bad. So I'm just going to be mindful of like, okay, when I go to the grocery store, maybe I should get a fruit to eat that day. And at least that's like one more fruit than I would normally eat. And maybe that would be helpful. So plan healthy snacks and that. My next thing is, again, something I've already established as a habit at the last 6 months of 2022, which is like tracking my spending, which I used to never do. And I was literally so dumb to not do that, but at least I have figured out that it is important and it's doable. So I'm going to say continuing tracking spending. Continue. And budgeting, yes, but I think for me and the way I spend my money, it's just I need to be mindful of how much I'm spending and trying to kind of keep it in line. So right now my budget looks like $125 for food a week, $40 for gas a week, and $100 for other variable spending, which I try to rank by importance. So I try to spend household first, and then if I need other stuff or if I really want to get some planner supplies, that's at the last thing I should be spending that money on. So I'm just going to put continue tracking spending there. And kind of related to this one is some kind of a no-buy situation, or just I need to use the planner supplies I have and not feel like I constantly need to be getting something new. And I don't even know how I want to really put that here, but I think I like the idea of shopping my stash. Before buying something new. And it might also look like being very intentional of de-stashing my planner supplies or whatever, maybe monthly, bi-monthly, something like that. Just if I'm not using it, there's no need for it to be in my house, and someone could get better use out of it. So something to that effect. I guess I'll use another box for that. So de-stash planner supplies regularly. So hopefully you guys will see more of that. And if I'm not doing it, definitely hold me to my intention, habit, and ask me to do it. My next one is about travel, and it's really just about taking more road trips. So take more. I'm just not really like a flying kind of person. Like I literally do like the act of like driving on the road, going to a new place, having the car there so we can go wherever we want, whenever we want, and all of that. So it tends to be pretty close. And like last year, we went to some big cities in our kind of like tri-state area-ish. And it was fun, and I like that. And I do want to try to like make it to the beach this year or something. So I think taking more road trips and just like playing it out and doing it should be doable. A lot of times it's not even that big of a plan. Usually it's just like we can reserve a hotel or whatever like earlier in the week and then go that weekend, and it's fine. So it doesn't even take that much planning. It's just more like this is something I want to do and spend my time on and money on and do it. My next one is about decluttering. So I don't know, we have a house, we have a bunch of clothes, we have a bunch of like stuff, and we definitely don't need it all because we don't use it all the time. So just gonna put like declutter house, because it's not just bedrooms, it's also the basement, it's our kitchen, it's just a lot of stuff, and we don't need it all. And maybe something like donating once a month, but we'll kind of see about that. And then my last one is about exercise, we'll call it. But I hate exercising, and I know that's so bad, but I need to do something. And something feasible that I don't hate is just like going for walks. And so that is something we can do when it's like warmer outside, when it's not raining, which is like not often-ish, especially in the winter, but it's something I need to build a habit of, which is the main thing. And we're pretty good about it in like spring, summer, fall, until it gets like cold or rainy or whatever, but that. And something I do maybe want to assign to some of these things is like times, which is kind of like SMART goals, but I don't love SMART goals. But I think something measurable to some of these is good. So I'm going to say for this like 3 times a week. And then healthy snacks, maybe like 2 per week. And then continue tracking spending. That's going to be a weekly thing, but also like daily. And then shop my planner stash before buying something new, and that's kind of just like whenever it happens. De-stash planner supplies regularly, maybe once a month. Take more road trips. So last year we went to, I want to say we took at least like 4 or 5 weekends away, and I want to kind of like stick to that. I'm gonna put 7. And maybe like 1 week away. Declutter house. Something about donation, like once a month. and then go for walks. Which is a little bit arbitrary, but basically like whenever it is not rainy or cold. So, yep. This was kind of a long video, but at least I kind of talked through some of my like goals and intentions. Habits, really, it's what I'm going for. But maybe this will be something fun to refer back to later, although I kind of hate that too, but that's okay. Hopefully you found this like interesting and could take some inspiration from some of these goals or like how I think about intentions and habits. If you have any like suggestions of how to like make these more into habits, that could be better. Give this video a thumbs up if you like this. Comment below if you have any questions. Subscribe to my channel if you like these types of videos or plan with me. Flip through videos for planners, and then hit the notification bell if you want to know the next time I post a video, because it's not always on the same day. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.